Hello and welcome to ESPN Cricinfo Dailies. I'm Rana Kapoor with the top cricket news this Wednesday. First up, Stephen Smith has been ruled out of the third test at Headingley. Mark Ramprakash and Jonathan Trott have emerged as candidates for the role of India's batting coach. SREESANTH'S ban has been reduced to 7 years. Akila Dhananjaya risks suspension after being reported for a suspect action again. And Kane Williamson and Trent Boult have been rested for the Sri Lanka T20Is. Stephen Smith has been ruled out of the Headingley Ashes test after failing to recover in time from the concussion he suffered at Lord's. Smith had initially passed a concussion test and returned to complete his innings in the hour after he was struck on the 4th afternoon, but woke up with a headache and some dizziness on the final day, and mandatory subsequent testing revealed his condition to have deteriorated.
Not unlike England losing James Anderson, actually. He's arguably their best bowler. We're going to lose arguably our best batter for this test match. So it's always a blow, no doubt about that. I mean, you take your best players out, it always has an impact. So we've got to make sure that all the other guys, our senior players and our younger players all step up and fill what are almost unfillable shoes because he's the best player in the world. But we've talked the whole time about squad mentality, being ready, and when things come up, like they always do in this game, we have guys who are ready to step up.
Smith has 2 weeks to recover and prepare for the fourth test of the series at Old Trafford. Former England batsmen Mark Ramprakash and Jonathan Trott have emerged as high-profile candidates for the role of India's batting coach as the BCCI interviews numerous aspirants to appoint support staff this week. The board has stated the recruitment process to find batting, bowling and fielding coaches for the men's team, and the interviews are scheduled to take place from Monday to Thursday. Ramprakash and Trott are understood to have been interviewed along with other candidates that include Thilan Samaravira, Praveen Amre, Amol Mazumdar, Rishikesh Kanitkar and Vikram Rathore. The contracts of the head coach and the assistant coaches ended after the World Cup in July, before they were all given extensions for the ongoing tour of the USA and the Caribbean. In other news, the BCCI has reduced one-time India fast bowler SREESANTH'S 2013 spot fixing ban to 7 years. The sanction period will come to an end on September 13, 2020. This comes 5 months after the Supreme Court of India set aside the BCCI ban, originally for life, and asked the board to reconsider and revisit the length of any fresh ban, preferably within 3 months. The sanction has been imposed retrospectively from September 13, 2013, when SREESANTH was slapped with the life ban by the BCCI's disciplinary committee. He was found guilty of breaching the code of conduct for his alleged role in the IPL corruption and spot fixing scandal that year. Sri Lanka off-spinner Akila Dhananjaya has been reported for a suspect action for the second time in 10 months and will now have to undergo a biomechanics assessment in the next 12 days. If he fails this assessment, he stands to be suspended for a year, the ICC's automatic penalty for bowlers who have twice failed an assessment inside a 2-year period. Dhananjaya had undergone remedial work since his initial suspension announced in December 2018 and had his action cleared earlier this year. Of the 3 variations he bowls, it is believed to be his stock ball, the off-break, that has most frequently raised the umpire's suspicions. Also reported for a suspect action after the test was Kane Williamson, who bowled 3 overs of off-spin on the final day of the match. The New Zealand captain had also previously failed a biomechanics assessment back in 2014. However, a failed assessment for him will not result in a 12-month suspension from bowling, and being a part-time bowler, it won't affect him much. Sticking with news from the New Zealand camp, and Captain Kane Williamson and pacer Trent Boult have been rested for the T20 leg of the ongoing Sri Lanka tour. Tim Southee will lead the squad in Williamson's absence. The squad will include keeper batsman Tim Seifert and 3 spin options in Mitch Santner, Todd Astle and Ish Sodhi. Seam bowling all-rounder Doug Bracewell, who had been included in the squad for those T20Is against India earlier this year, was left out now. Seth Rance was picked as a like-for-like replacement. Fast bowler Scott Kuggeleijn and all-rounder Daryl Mitchell have both retained their places in the squad. All 3 T20Is will be played in Palikele, with the first game on September the 1st.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and leave your comments in the comments section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.